Hey guys, what's up? Today in the Brick Lab we are going to be building ourselves King Vangelis, the iron-fisted ruler from Master of the Mountain. So before we get started, I do want to ask that if you have already seen Master of the Mountain, and I know that a large number of you guys probably have at this point, please don't spoil it for anyone in the comments section who hasn't seen it yet, because you were a decent person and you don't want to ruin the season for anyone else. And also, I don't want to have to take away your comment privileges, because that's just a lose-lose situation, and neither of us wants that. So my first thought on seeing King Vangelis was that his design looks a lot like Princess Vanya's. I mean, duh. So honestly, I would just recommend ordering her torso and legs from Bricks and Pieces and just using that as the basis for your minifigure. If you don't have access to Bricks and Pieces, or you just want to come up with something brand new, I would just use one of the Woo suits, and my favorite one to use would be this one from 2015 from the Possession Wave. It's just a great design overall, and it looks super amazing. To be honest though, you could probably use any of Master Wu's outfits, or even Sensei Yang's from 2016, that's a cool one too, or even Okino's from Prime Empire, that's a pretty cool one as well. And next up are King Vangelis' wings, which honestly gave me quite a bit of trouble, because I thought that they looked a lot like a cape that LEGO had produced in the past, and it did. The cape from one of the Nexo villains, but unfortunately that is only available in gray and not gold. So if you want to make those, you're gonna have to start from scratch, and the way I made mine was to use a clear bracket piece, some gold clips, this bar piece from Monkey Kid, which unfortunately is required because it is the only thing long enough to span the gap between those two. And then you're going to want to use one of these gold 1x1 tiles with one of the bars on it. And then these gold feather pieces or ribbon pieces from Overwatch. I believe they're from the Hanzo vs. Genji set. They're Hanzo's ribbons. And the good news is that set actually comes with two of them, because there's one extra. So you could use both for this minifigure if you have that set. Of course, if you don't have those exact pieces, you could also make a slightly different version using one of these older single-piece neck brackets, and then a gold lightsaber hilt instead. And it looks pretty much exactly the same when it's on. Actually, maybe just a tiny bit better, just because it doesn't stick out as far. And it does wobble from side to side a bit, but that may be a good thing if you're doing a stop-motion animation Ninjago series. You know, you could animate the wings to make Vangelis or one of the other royal guards fly. Of course, you could always use a cape piece instead if you want. A white cape would probably look pretty cool too, or one of the golden Batman ones, but I mean, it's really up to you, whatever you want to do here. So my favorite head to use is going to be this one, which was used on one of the extremist soldiers from the Malibu Mansion attack from 2013. It is a bit dated, but you should be able to find these on Bricklink for pretty cheap if you have access to Bricklink. What I really love about this face is that it also has an angrier expression on the back, which I think comes in handy for situations where King Vangelis might have to be stern and just a little bit sinister. But yeah, if you don't have that, well, there really sadly aren't very many good white heads out there. I mean, you could use the one from Metamorpho from earlier this year in the DC collectible minifigures, but it's just a little bit too happy looking. Or you could use the one from Nearly Headless Nick, which came from Harry Potter from last year, or from 2 years ago actually at this point, which, I mean, the mustache and the beard are not accurate at all, but still that head just has something kind of appealing about it that I really like. So you could use that. Otherwise, I'd probably just recommend using one of the heads from the Pirates of the Caribbean zombie ghost thingies from that Silent Mary set from a couple years back. Those were pretty cool as well. And then for the hairpiece, I think the best hairpiece that we currently have is this hairpiece, which was used on a couple of vampire minifigures and, you know, a couple other minifigures throughout the years. The actual hairpiece used is actually Nearly Headless Nick's hairpiece, again from Harry Potter, only in black. And unfortunately, that piece does not come officially in black yet, or it will in a future Harry Potter minifigure, but we're not going to talk about that because that is a leak. Otherwise, I'd recommend maybe Zod's hairpiece from the second wave of the LEGO Batman movie collectible minifigures. I think those are probably going to be your two best choices. And that is our look at King Vangelis. So again, like I always say, don't feel like you have to build my customs exactly. These are mostly just suggestions for how you could build yours. Anyway, that's it for today. If you have suggestions for more minifigures you want to see me make, feel free to leave those in the comments below, and I will see what I can do. That's it for today. I will see you guys next time.